Good morning, class. It's Miss Dean again. Today's lesson is going to be on metaphors. Metaphors are a type of figurative language in which you are comparing two different things. You're making a direct comparison, but you're not going to be using the words like or as. Like or as, when you use those two things, those are similes, but we'll talk more about those later. So let's take a look at our first example. Our first example says, "You're a star." Okay, so you are being compared to a star. You are a star. We're not using like or as. We're saying it directly. You are a star. Okay, the adjective. So let's think. How would you describe a star? Yeah, I would say a star is bright. So the star is bright. You are being compared to a star based on how a star is bright. So what does that say about you? If you are bright, what does that mean? You could be smart. You could just be awesome. You could be amazing. So you are smart or you are amazing. Yeah, so if you're a star, that means you're smart. That means you're amazing. You shine with great light. Okay, let's look at our second example. Our second example says, "You're a couch potato." So what is a couch potato? How would you describe a couch potato? Yeah, I would say they're probably lazy. They don't do a lot. Okay. So if you're a couch potato and the adjective of describing a couch potato is lazy, that's just meaning that you are lazy or you don't do very much. You just don't do a lot. Okay, you sit on the couch all day. Let's look at our next example. The kids were tornadoes at recess. The kids were tornadoes at recess. How would you describe tornadoes? And if y'all can hear, Sandy is below here and he's meowing. So if you're wondering what that sound is, that's Sandy. He likes to say hello. So tornadoes, describing tornadoes. Tornadoes they could be messy, okay? They could be all over the place. Not really an adjective, but just kind of describing it. They could be destructive, dangerous. Okay, so if you're saying the kids were tornadoes at recess, which one of these kind of makes you, what do you think? Maybe the kids were messy. They got stuff everywhere. If it's indoor recess, I'm sure you can imagine what that's like. Or they're all over the place. So the kids were all over the place at recess. Okay, so direct comparison. Kids are tornadoes. Let's look at the next one. The cloud is a fluffy pillow. So if you think of clouds and look at the picture here, you can see that clouds, yeah, and it already has an adjective in the metaphor, so it kind of helps you out. They're fluffy, okay? They look soft. Okay, fluffy and soft, we'll just stick with that. So if I'm saying the cloud is a fluffy pillow, the cloud is fluffy and soft. Okay, easy enough. Let's take a look at this next one. So example 5, the bird's feathers are. So you need to think of some adjectives that describe bird feathers. I'm going to show you a couple different pictures of 2 different types of birds. And let's think of what you think of when you think of adjectives for this. So here's our first bird. It's a parrot. So think about what kind of adjectives. If you want to pause the video for a second and think. Okay, so I would say colorful, absolutely. Lots of colors. And then my mind thinks rainbow. So I'm already leading into what I think the bird's feathers are. So the bird's feathers are rainbow. The bird's feathers are, let me move this in a little bit out. Okay, and I'm basing that based on how colorful they are. So the bird's feathers are colorful. Okay, let's get another one. So here's a peacock. What do the feathers look like? Okay, and it's just, so yeah, I see eyes. Is it just one eye? Is it two eyes? Like, how many eyes do you think you are? Can you make an exaggeration, like just a huge number? 1,000,000? Yeah. So I am just going to take this a little bit further and exaggerating, which is another type of figurative language we'll discuss later called hyperboles. But the bird's feathers are 1,000,000 eyes. Okay, the bird's feathers are 1,000,000 eyes. So based on the what the feathers look like. So the eye shape on their feathers. So the bird's feathers look like eyes. Okay. So there's a couple other ones in here that you're going to have on your packet this week. If you look at this packet, where it has metaphors on here, you're going to be answering a couple more of these. So the sun's heat is, so think about what the sun's heat is. Think of the adjective that goes with it and the meaning. What does it mean based on that adjective? And then the other one, it says Mr. Smith's feet are. So Mr. Smith's feet are what? Think of how would you describe feet? And then think of something else that has a similar smell. I'm really intrigued to see what y'all put on that one. Hope this helps. Always, if you have questions, reach out to me. I'm here for you. Bye.